like
Yeah, I'm a sub
movies.
definitely.
But yeah,
Wait,
because
I'm not a sub.
Are you
What's
sure
it?
about that?
I like I love subtitles, not.
hello, Governor. Welcome to Stout and Lager. That's my attempt at a British accent. Don't laugh. Please don't laugh. And welcome, guys, to the episode blank of Stout and Lager.
23.
23?
23.
Alright. We've been doing a lot of retroactively editing out the number. So it's like you gotta stop keeping track of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm your host Lager. Joining as always my co-host Stout. And today we're continuing our world tour to the land of the what's the word for it? Colonial emperors?
Imperialist.
Imperialist, yeah. That's the word. To our fathers to the UK and trying out the top selling beer in the UK. And the one that we looked up for 2023 apparently was Stella Artois to be the top selling beer of 2023. Artois.
I don't know.
See, I'm not British, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. I was telling Lager when we were getting ready for this, but I thought it would have been like Guinness or something. I don't know. Maybe
that's more Ireland. Is Guinness British?
It's Irish, but it's like
you're
Ireland's
right.
like right there.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
the second one's we dodged the bullet with the second one.
What was the second one again?
Budweiser.
Oh, Bud. Is it Budweiser or is it Bud Light?
Budweiser.
I get
Budweiser's better than Bud Light, but not by much.
You think so? I always thought Budweiser was just dirty. Like it felt dirty.
Well, I don't think Budweiser is a light beer.
It's not, but it's like it's also not good.
Yeah, it's like they're all the same. Yeah.
Well, I'm opening the Stella.
Yep. Hopefully that caught it.
ASMR part.
Cheers. First drink.
Cheers. Ooh, that smells good. That should. Oh, wow.
That was interesting. What do you think? What's your first thoughts on your first sip?
Well, to me, it tastes like a Corona. Yeah.
Really? I was gonna say it tastes like a Heineken to me.
It's like hitting that. I mean, it is a lager, so it makes sense. But like, it's hitting that. I don't know, like refreshing, little dark, taste. It's cold. It's crisp.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, whoa! I think I had an interesting taste. I don't know if it was because I was tasting the paper, the label, because the bottle has a paper on it.
Yeah,
and it's like I don't know. It tastes so weird. I feel like You ever like unwrap a burrito or like what was it, sandwich, and then you sometimes don't unwrap it all the way, and like you
take a bite out of it. Oh, dude, that happens to me all the time when I have like I'm eating something and it's wrapped in like a paper, like you said, when you're like unwrapping it from the top and then just biting the top. Sometimes you bite the paper, you bite the aluminum foil.
Oh, In-N-Out burger, that happens all the time.
Oh yeah,
that
man, we're talking about a lot of food, making me want to have some food.
You didn't eat?
I ate before, but I've been grinding on the gym grind, so I've been trying to cut.
So you can be prepared for the cruise.
Yeah.
Dude, I think I'm gonna have a heart attack in the cruise.
No, don't say that. Why?
Knock on wood. But yeah, so today we'll be catching up, talk about some other UK beers. I'm liking the Stella, and then we'll talk more about the Stella.
Yeah, it's a pretty old beer, surprisingly. I did not know it was as old as it is.
The brewer, the original brewery is like some 1366, but I think this iteration of the Stella was made in 1926.
They're also transitioning to brewing in the U.S., I think.
Yeah,
Saw
makes
that
sense.
online.
You know,
Kind of whack. I don't want no damn.
because really, what's
International
this
beer in the
country that
US?
drinks beer more? Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Probably
U.S.
cheaper
or
here,
UK?
too.
Yeah, but yeah. So it's been what, like a week or so. What's been happening with you?
Yeah, it's been about a week. Let's see. Last week, went to the movies twice. Saw two
That's
movies.
crazy.
Saw
Yes, watch the movie. Air quote. Air quote.
What's the Iron Claw? You heard of that one?
Iron Cross is the one with Zac Efron, right?
Yep, this is a wrestling movie.
The wrestling one, yeah. How did that go?
I was completely shocked. It was a phenomenal movie. I thought it was really good, but I thought it looked like it was like a sports movie. It was wrestling, so I thought it was gonna be like an underdog one, but it was completely different. It was about like like one of the wrestling families that like was pretty impactful in wrestling and making wrestling what it is today. So we watched that one, and then we also watched The Boys in the Boat, which was
The Boys in the Boat.
You heard of that one?
No, what was it about?
That one's actually interesting. It's about the 1936 UW, the University of Washington rowing team. Apparently, they were there was like they had a tryout, and like the junior varsity team beat the varsity team and went to like the state championships, and they won the state championships, and they actually went to the 1936 Olympics in Germany, and they beat the Germans and all the other people there and got gold medal. So it was a pretty good movie. Wow. That one was more of like the underdog, like sports movie like that. That's what I was kind of expecting on the other one, but
yeah,
it was both good movies.
Well, which one would you say you liked more?
I think I like Iron Claw more, just because it was a lot more. Boys in the Boat was like more like kind of like the typical like sports trope movie.
Yeah,
which it isn't more to say it wasn't a bad movie. It just I feel like the Iron Claw was more like a deep. Yeah, it was more like deep and like just more deep. And I don't know. I can't think of what exactly I'm trying to say, but it was just I liked it more.
I think I can understand. It was doing something that not many people were doing, and sometimes you start to think about like the outside of the sport kind of life. You know, like. Mm-hmm. So that makes sense. Man, that's crazy. 2 sports movies.
Yep. On some movies, and then we also I guess last week we were also, I think you saw, but Sour and I were playing Minecraft. Then we made a Minecraft world. We've been playing Minecraft. We've been playing the Mario game that we have, grinding on that. It's been interesting. I'm surprised that she's been enjoying it as much as she has, because we've tried playing Minecraft in the past, but she hasn't enjoyed it. But this time she's been enjoying it a lot. We actually got kind of far.
Are you guys doing vanilla?
Yeah, we're just playing vanilla. We built a house, built a farm. We found iron. We found gold or diamonds. I'm going slow because I don't know if she's ready to fight the Ender Dragon yet. I'm just like. We're getting a lot of materials and preparing for that.
I guess trying to do more aesthetic stuff, like building stuff, and I think do more of that.
I think I would want to do that a little more, because usually when I play Minecraft, I just I'm a nomad for like the first bit and just get all the materials that I need, and then I build like a small house, and then I focus on like fighting the Ender Dragon, doing all that stuff. So this time it's been a lot more like slow and nice, because we're building like a farm. We've been adventuring the world. Family. Yeah, it's been weird. Been playing the married version of Minecraft.
You're doing the domestic life online.
For real.
You might as well be playing Sims together.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
been
good.
Doing that, and then the last thing I did last week was on Friday we had a boys' night.
The
gals over here
playing Guitar Hero.
We went out. So what initially happened was the gals planned something, and when the gals always plan something, the guys always plan something, because we're like, why not? So we went to a burger place by where almost unbleeped myself, where
nice
Soju and Old Fashioned live.
Yeah.
and it was phenomenal. It was a really good burger place. I don't know why I keep on saying phenomenal, but it was a really good burger place. It was a smash burger, and I got a cocktail. I had a fancy
cocktail.
Vodka Red Bull, or not vodka Red Bull, fancy vodka cranberry. It was cranberry, pomegranate, a little bit of lime, I think.
Oh, that's cute.
Vodka. It was pretty yummy. And then we went to Pine Box. You remember Pine Box?
No. What was it? Oh,
Pine Box is the morgue. The one with a bunch of beers.
No.
Okay, well, it's
where is it?
It's a pretty fun place. It's pretty far. It's like closer to like the roastery, the Reserve Roastery. It's pretty far. Okay. If you looked it up, you'll just look up Pine Box and here, you know where it is. We went to there. We went to Unicorn, and then we went back to the apartment.
Two,
and then
half a threesome.
Psych. Nah, by the time we got back, the girls had already gotten back, so we just chilled for a little bit, and then we went home. But it was like 18 degrees while we were out. It was crazy.
18 degrees is really cold, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was uber cold. It felt like 9 degrees.
Are you enjoying it though?
Yeah, it warmed up a lot. It's in the 30s now.
That place. I remember now.
Yeah, we went there. But yeah, nuts.
Dude, that place had killer music, man.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Though we were talking about a bunch of like shows and stuff, but the vibes there are really good. Like the music's good. Yeah. The ambiance is like nice, and that's where Bruce Lee had his funeral. And every time I'm there, I say Jackie Chan, and I embarrass myself. So the boys roasted me for a little bit for that. Well deserved.
Racist fucker.
Yeah, I don't know why. I know that it's not him because I say it and I'm like, that doesn't sound right. Yeah. And it every time it happens, I don't know. But yeah.
To be fair though, I feel like we grew up more with Jackie Chan than obviously Bruce Lee. Yeah. Jackie Chan was the martial artist. Like, do you remember watching that cartoon of Jackie Chan Adventures on Cartoon Network?
I don't think so. Yeah. I don't know if I watched it too much. But I know that he definitely was more. I think if Bruce Lee didn't die, he probably would have like been more impactful. But since he died, it's like the enthusiasts know him. I feel like, you know, because I wasn't really into like the kung fu like Hong Kong movies. Yeah, because those are like the like really good like when that was like at its peak.
I think people who grew up in the 80s, I think, were the ones that really got that, you know, right?
Yeah.
I think that was the demographic for because like past that, we don't really, it was not accessible, I feel like.
Yeah.
For us. It was just like the Jackie Chan movies that he would,
they're
the
hard
funny
to find
ones
too.
He would do. Now they are. And then, you know, they're all in Chinese. And so you have to, or you hear, there's bad dubs for it. I say bad, but, you know, it's like,
yeah, it's not like an official one.
No, and then they're always not as, I don't know, I never liked dubbing. Like,
yeah, I'm a sub, definitely.
But yeah, because
I'm not a sub.
Are you sure about that?
I like I love subtitles. Not wait a minute.
No, no, I'm not a sub. No. That triggered my Kevin Hart memories.
Oh, man.
But for that's awesome, man. Having those.
What about you?
Night, man.
What were you up to this
it was my sister's birthday.
Yeah,
it was my sister's birthday.
Happy birthday to her. Well, belated. Yeah, it was yesterday, right?
Yesterday.
Happy belated.
Well, I won't say the age. But it's nice. Yeah, it was nice. You know, my brother-in-law bought the full holiday pack for Samuel Adams.
Nice.
So I was really enjoying all the different beers. Like, yeah, he had like the normal one, the IPA.
Really, I didn't know they had IPAs.
It was like, it's a cold IPA, which I feel like when people say cold IPA, it's like a very, I don't know, it's a very light IPA, yeah, and it has its sweetness to it. And then they also had the Boston Lager, which was really good. And then I didn't get to do the spice one. I always, like, I'm telling you, I'm always like scared of spice beer because, like, I don't know.
Really?
It's like, I don't know. I just don't like spice, like cinnamon spices.
I love
and
beers.
stuff like that. Nutmeg. Of course, the pumpkin one was an exception, but
Was it the prime time variety pack or was it another one?
No,
the holiday release? Beers for beers?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was like a 6-pack. Or not like a 6-pack, like I think it was 6 beers in one.
That's
6
baller.
beers. It was good. He still has some. And I'm like, I always enjoy, I actually get a little bit drunk when, not a little bit drunk, but like, I get that.
Is there a porter in it? Sorry.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think I found that. This looks fire.
It's like a really big one, yeah. Like, big variety pack, I think. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm actually excited. I feel like we should do Sam Adams in the future.
Yeah, I was thinking like beer packs like that could be pretty fun. Like when we did the IPA special way back when.
Oh, yeah. Every time I get so tempted to buy a beer hug pack because I actually did like those. But
yeah.
No, yeah, I was saying like I always get a bit drunk or his place because he has Hayalai, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those IPAs from
it's like Cigar City, right?
Cigar City, and dude, it takes like four of them, but like it gets me into like a tipsy place because they're like I think 6%, I think.
Those are big boys.
And it's always nice though because it's a nice feeling though because like I get like more talkative and it feels nice. But besides that, I was actually watching a lot of the wild card games.
Oh yeah, it was a crazy wild card weekend.
It was crazy, but at the same time, I hate blowouts. Like,
yeah,
it's just boring at some point. The best game for me was the Rams versus the Lions.
Yeah, that one was really good. It was back and forth.
I feel like that was the only good one.
Yeah, it feels like it's a little like lackluster for the season to end like that in a blowout, and also like it's not the most fun to watch.
I think, yeah. Although I did like watching the Texans like destroy the Browns though.
Yeah, you don't like the Browns?
I think I was just more biased because I had CJ Strouds in my fantasy teams. So I was like, oh hell yeah, dude. Show up.
Him and Jordan Love have been playing crazy.
Yeah. I just love that CJ Stroud was not the first number 1 pick as a QB. And I mean, not to say that Bryce Young is bad, but I don't know. Somehow, CJ Stroud just freaking got it,
Yeah.
Like in the Texas. He took a team that was bottom of the barrel last year, and they're going to divisional this year.
Yeah.
But then, do you think? One last question before this: do you think they're gonna beat the Ravens?
I am not sure. So the Ravens' defense is crazy. I didn't watch too much Texans, so I don't know how good their defense is. The Ravens have a good offense and defense, whereas the Texans I've seen have like a pretty strong offense. I don't know too much about their defense. So I think if it's going to come down to the defense play because
probably
CJ Stroud has been balling out. So if he continues to ball out,
he's been really good.
Mm-hmm.
And because I don't know, because he has wide receivers that they're not like Tyreek Hill, AJ Brown level. I feel like of popping off, but he's just been chalking them and landing them. But yeah. I mean, I'm hoping. Are you getting those? Maybe I've been getting their hard rock commercials on YouTube a lot that they're telling me that the betting is legal now in Florida. Or should I say motherland?
Yeah, we'll reconvene on that. But it's betting now, or it's legal there now. I don't think it's legal over here.
Something like that, because I keep getting this one commercial, the same commercial, differently telling me that the betting is legal, and specifically for the NFL.
Betting is crazy, bro.
Yeah, and it's like
the slippery slope.
Someday.
And now it's time for that segment of the week where we go over the beer of the week. This week we are going over Stella Artois or Artois. I don't remember.
Okay, to be fair, this is Belgium.
Yeah, I think it's French. more French influenced. So I'm assuming that's why I would assume it's Artois. But
I think so. The Stella. Here, I'm opening mine.
Nice. It took me 3 tries to open mine. That's crazy.
Nice.
Scrub as well, though. Cheers. Beer number 2.
Cheers.
Yes.
You said it.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
It's not the same? Okay. The viewers will never know what we're talking about. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Stella Artois. It's oh wow, that makes so much sense. It's meant to be stripped, the top of the label.
Yeah, did you not?
No, I thought I would just
Yeah, there's like a little it's perforated.
Wow, they didn't know because they know it's stupid to have it that close to the mouth.
Yeah.
But anyway, I guess whatever. Anyway, Stella Artois or Artois. So it's first brewed in 1926 by the Brouwerij Artois in Lavon, Belgium. Its original percentage was 5.2, but right now it's 5%, right?
Yep.
And yeah, it was like the original brewery though came open in 1366, where it was just a tavern brewing its own beer for sale.
Crazy.
Under the sign.
Beer's been a thing for so long.
I mean, back then it was just either stronger or just less controlled, or
it's probably just literally like hops, water. Like it's probably super basic. I feel like most beers back then tasted really similar. I don't think there was as much different types of beers as there is now.
Probably, and then there's not as much regulations too, probably, because like literally a tavern. I don't know if there was licenses back then.
Yeah, I mean,
brewing.
Fucking Coke used to have Coke in it, so it would make sense that the beers were probably.
Well, I don't know how that was, but yeah, and then in 1717, in 1708, Sebastian Artois became the head brewer, and then in 1717 purchased the brewery, and renamed it, Brouwerij Artois. I'm misspelling everything, but anyway, in 1926 they launched Stella as a Christmas beer, and they named it after the Christmas star. Showing. Yeah, because Stella is Latin for star, I think, apparently, and it's kind of like going into that. But then it became so popular, they became available year round, and it started like exporting it in the 1930s, and then, but they had declined during the World War II. But then they got back to it in Belgium. And it was later part of a merger with Anheuser-Busch. I think they became a subsidiary, of Anheuser-Busch. Subsidiary, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And then what were telling me about the chalice, I think.
Yeah, apparently they have like their own like glass that's designed for, I guess, the best, like, I don't know if the best flavor or what, but
the best experience of drinking it, I guess.
Yeah, it's like a tall, skinny wine glass. This is the way I would describe it.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to a wine glass, yeah.
But it has a narrow lip, supposedly, to capture Stella's sweet and fruity and slightly earthy scent. Has a tulip shape, so that the optimal foam head to enhance the hop aroma. It has supposedly the perfect angles to release carbonation, and it has a star stem to prevent heat transferring to the beer.
Oh,
so this is like engineered.
You gotta love science on beer drinking. But it looks beautiful.
For me, I just slap a koozie over my beer and I'm good to drink it. I don't need no fancy cup, but
I like drinking from a bottle. Cause I don't grab it from the bottom. I usually just grab it from the neck. That's like my way of not heating it up, right?
Yeah.
So like in terms of the taste, I think I really like it. I think it's very I think it's a very nice balance drinking experience. Yeah, like it's a good flavor. Like I feel like it's a good balance of sweetness and the bitterness of beer. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it's 5%, and that's nice. You know, it probably can get you there with 6 pack. I
Yeah.
think for me, I would rate it. I think I'm right to rate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I rate it an 8.
8.
Yeah, I really like it. I really like it. Like
Yeah,
it's like
that's a solid rating. Well, you are Mr. Lager man, so it makes sense that you enjoy a lager beer.
yeah, I enjoy like how nice and easy it goes through. How cold it is. Nice flavor. It's a good experience. I would say it's so weird that we're talking about Belgian beer being the top selling UK beer,
Yeah.
right? What were you telling me about? Was like the sales difference?
Yeah, so it was Stella Artois has almost 100 million. Excuse me. 100 million lead over Budweiser, which is the next one, which is 232.6
Mhm.
for Stella, and then Budweiser has 136.1. So
Wow,
about 4
million,
million,
man.
4 million shy, yeah. A little bit less.
Damn, it is a
3.5
lot.
million shy. But that's kind of crazy.
I guess, yeah. I guess that's what British people like to drink.
Yeah. I feel like when I see a British pub, I feel like I usually think of like white not white. Wow, white.
White people,
Light beer is what I was gonna
light
say.
beer.
Light beer and Guinness. That's why I don't know. I can't get the image of Guinness out of my mind. I don't know.
I mean, it makes sense. With
Not even
like,
top
Guinness
10
being-
though.
Not even, yeah. I mean, because I'm guessing because Guinness.
Whoa.
What?
San Miguel is there.
I
Isn't
don't
that
know
a
what San Miguel is.
Yeah, it's a Filipino beer.
Oh wow!
And so there's Stella is a Belgian beer, Budweiser American, Foster's is kind of kind of Australian. What is this Carling? Carling is a UK beer.
Carling, yeah.
What else is there?
Heineken.
Carlsberg. I have no clue what Carlsberg is, but San Miguel.
Yeah.
San Mig is Filipino. Heineken, Corona, Desperados. I'm assuming that's another Mexican beer, and Peroni.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Peroni's an Italian one that has been showing up lately.
Really?
In my beer places.
Nice. So you said you're rating it an 8, right? Did you say 8 what's out of 10?
Ooh, I'm gonna do. Damn, I already did Beatles last time. I forget that I already did Beatles. Oh yeah, well, it was for a Winter's Welcome. I'm gonna do 8 Queens out of 10. We'll see which Queens comes up. What were you? How are you feeling about this beer?
I am enjoying it. I think it's I had to take a sip to refresh my palate, get the thoughts exactly in my head. But I think it's like a pretty standard lager. As always, I like it a lot more than the domestic like piss water beers. So I think for me, I think I'm leaning towards a 6.5. 6.5.
Wow.
6.5 shepherd pies out of 10 because I love
shepherd pie. Right, shepherd's pie.
They're freaking amazing.
I think that's probably one of the only foods that's good.
Yeah,
but that's good.
Get into that too. There's a lot of interesting food choices.
Yeah. So why you chose shepherd's pie? Because it's a British food, right?
Yeah.
What other foods are there?
Yeah, I looked through this article of the top 20 British foods, and that's the main one that I kind of liked. So
that's the only one.
Yeah, they have the full English, the English breakfast, if you're familiar with that, which is baked beans, fried eggs, ham, a blood sausage. The picture has tomato and mushrooms and bread as well. I don't know if that's traditionally on it, but interesting plate.
Definitely would not be eating like beans for breakfast. I definitely wouldn't. Yeah. But I mean, the egg ham makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very what.
They apparently eat a lot of sausage, and they call their sausages toads. So they have
Toads, really? An
yeah, they
actual.
have
I
a
guess that
dish
makes
called
sense.
toad in the hole, which is like I think an egg flour, milk, and fat, like pastry
Wow.
kind of with sausages in it.
Yeah.
They have they eat eels apparently. They eat jellied eels.
Jelly
That
eels.
doesn't sound the best.
Ew.
Yeah, shepherd's pie. You know that's my favorite.
Bam. Yeah.
Fish and chips. Another
Fish and
solid.
chips.
I love
With
fish and chips.
fish and chips good with beans. Put beans in
Scotch egg.
anything.
You heard of Scotch egg before?
No, actually.
I think it's Scotch egg is a hard boiled egg. I think and it's wrapped around with sausage or ground beef, and then
God,
it's
they like
fried.
sausages, man.
Yeah, they really do.
To be fair, Germans also like their sausages.
They really
so,
like kidney too. They have a steak and kidney pudding, which is like a steak and kidney like puff pastry, kind of like it looks like a. Have you ever heard of like a what is it called? The meat pies kind of looks like that.
Oh, like chicken pot pie almost, yeah.
Yeah. And then the
Like,
other interesting one that I saw is one called Spotted Dick.
where is it? Spotted dick.
Dick.
Where is that? What is
I
that?
actually don't really know what it is. It looks
Spotted
weird.
dick.
It's the dense and delicious combination of sugar, flour, and currants, and the raw shredded fat found around the loins and kidneys of a sheep.
Whoa.
It's drenched in custard. It looks like it's like a paste, like a dessert type thing.
It's a pastry, but it's made out of freaking sheep ball sack fat.
Sheep fat.
Sheep fat.
Sheep kidney fat. Yeah, it's interesting.
To be fair, like when you hear people eating balls and stuff, it's like, is it really that
It's
gross?
not actual
out,
balls.
But like, okay.
Well, the loins is, I guess, yeah, the loins is the balls. Loins and
But
kidney.
like, I'm asking you then, like, do you think is that really that much different from eating meat out of a animal?
I'm a little bit. I don't know. I'm not like a hard no on it, but like I'm not the biggest fan of like the more adventurous meat. So like kidneys, liver. I've had blood sausage. That's probably like the most like adventurous thing. I think I've tried kidney no, I don't even think I tried it. But there's like a lot of stuff like that, and I know that in Japan they eat, I think, some sort of balls. I don't know if it's a fish balls or something, but
maybe
it's it's not just British cuisine. There's a lot of places that eat.
Yeah, I just think that like
pieces.
If you cook it to make it delicious, I think it's not a big deal. But of course, I haven't done it yet.
I think for me, the texture would be the main thing. If the texture tastes fine, like if it doesn't taste too different from like normal meat, then I don't think I would care too much. But I've tried I think I tried kidney. I tried kidney or liver. My dad made kidney or liver once, and he said that it was just like regular meat. And I tried it, and I was like, "This doesn't taste like it." And he was like, "Yeah, it's kidney." So it tasted a little different. So I think if it's like if it's apparent enough to have a different taste, then you know that sucks. But
you ever had tongue?
I have not, but I've heard it's good.
Oh,
that's another thing. I'm like, it needs to be like cooked up, like I can't see it. As long as it just looks like regular meat, I think I'd be like bold enough to eat it. But like I think this one time when we went to like a couple years back, 2019 actually, when I was in Michigan for an internship, we went to Toronto and we went to a hot pot because we stayed in the international district in Toronto. And they had a lot of different types of meats, and they had kidney, I think. And we put the kidney in the hot pot, and it puffed up, and it looked like dragon scales. And then Sour tried it, but I was gonna try it too, but I got
scared.
Weak. Yeah, I was too scared. And she said it was the worst. I think the worst part was that she tried it and she did not like it. So if she tried it and liked it, I would have been more like, animal, I guess. Like what's the word I'm looking for?
Cheap.
Yeah, I kind of cheaped her out.
No, dude. I mean, I mean, it's up to you, really. But yeah. I think I would try it. I think the thing is, as long as it's not raw, right? Like I feel like that's the part. And you know what? You don't know what kind of meats go into a meatball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when it's like all mashed up, or if it's like, let's say it's a chicken cutlet or a piece of like meat cutlet that's like ground meat, you can't really tell what they put into it. So if it's like put up like that and like it doesn't taste like crazy different, then
yeah,
I'm
pretty sure we all
wouldn't be tripping.
I'm pretty sure we all eating genitalia through sausage / meatballs. We just don't know.
I'm sure.
I mean, to be fair, I'm sure there's gonna be someone that will tell me like, no, they don't use balls in the meatballs, and it's like, how would you know? But no, yeah, I think the one last thing, there's a trifle, and that looks really good for British food. Like like despite everyone saying it's tasteless, and I find it funny because like I think I'm gonna throw it out because I'm the Friends guy. There's an episode where Rachel tried to make an English trifle, and I think she mixed it up with that and making a shepherd's pie.
Huh?
So she added meat in one of the layers and like onions or something like that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a dessert, right? Trifle dessert.
Yeah, it's like layers of pudding, whipped cream, jelly, cherry, and stuff like that. She put meat on it, and then Joey, once they ate it, is like, I like it. It's like whipped cream good, custard good, meat good.
Interesting. Yeah.
Again, I'm thinking to myself like, would you be able to eat meat with ice cream?
I don't know. That doesn't sound like it'd be a good pairing.
I think the both would cancel out the flavors.
Yeah. There's a lot of pairings that don't sound good but are good.
Yeah.
So I think that's very tame. I think that'd be an easy thing to try. I'd probably try it and be like, I like this, or I'm never doing that again.
Yeah, I think because the closest part of me doing that was that time where we went to Ginza, and I think I ordered one last like steak, and then the ice cream came as well, and I was just
we were like, oh fuck it, the steak's not gonna come, like it's fine, we waited too long already,
right?
And then we ordered the ice cream, and then
they both came.
Yep, you were like halfway through the ice cream, and then they're like, oh, one more steak, and you're like, oh.
I think it did not work out because they were just canceling each other out. I feel like the ice cream was making the steak less salty. Like, of course, I wasn't mixing it. Just like I was like kind of like going back and forth sometimes, or like I was trying to eat the steak, and I think it didn't work out. I don't think that works as well.
Yeah.
What about chicken and waffles? That shit works apparently. Yeah.
Chicken and waffles is fire though. I feel like that's like two very neutral things. Like the chicken, doesn't really have too strong of a flavor. It tastes like chicken and like salty, I guess, depending on how you have it. And then waffles just taste like kind of like a bland carb.
Here's a take. I hate chicken and waffles.
Really?
Because it's like so pointless because you don't taste the chicken.
I don't like chicken and waffles with like a bone-in chicken. Because to me, I need like a chicken tender, like boneless chicken, where I can like chop a piece of it, chop a piece of the waffle, true. And boom, boom, you know.
But like when it's boneless, you don't get as much flavor. I feel like, and I think that the syrup overtakes a lot of the flavor. I feel like, especially if you drizzle syrup all over that shit.
A little bit of another controversial take. I don't really like bone-in fried chicken.
No way, brother.
I do, but I don't. Korean fried chicken is very like, sometimes when there's Korean fried chicken, they just like fry a bunch, like a whole chicken pretty much. So it's like little pieces of meat with like bone in it. So when it's like that, I don't like it. But if it's like a drumstick or like a chicken thigh or like a chicken breast, usually there's like, you can eat, there's like a substantial amount of meat to bone ratio. But with like the Korean fried chicken, I don't like when it's like, I bite into a piece that's like small, And it's like half of its bone. Because it's like, it's trippy. I don't know, it messes with my brain, but yeah, I'm more of a boneless fan, unless it's like chicken wings. Then I can go for some bone-in chicken wings.
Can't believe it, man. You're so close to like being on my side with boneless chicken wings.
Nah, bro. I think it depends on the place.
Literally describe the same issue with the Korean chicken that is with bone-in chicken wings.
Yeah, but it's like you can see it, you know?
You can see it?
Yeah, I think it depends. So I think for like Wingstop, I think I like boneless chicken more there. But there's other places that I like bone-in chicken more.
I
think it depends on the place.
I freaking love how we're going to shit on British food and then we just start
talking about chicken wings.
talking our shitty takes of food.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yes, sir.
All right. Going from some of those hot food takes that will get us canceled someday. Maybe. We're going to go be
public enemy number 1 in Britain.
In Britain, yeah. I'm pretty sure after that, we had to make up for our food takes by our drinking culture. But, yeah, going from that, 2024, we're still like, in the first month of it. We both really like movies. What are some of the movies that are coming out this year that you're excited about?
There's a lot. This year's going to be interesting for movies. I have a couple. I have 2 that are out right now that I want to see, and 5, the top 5 that I saw from the list that are coming out. I feel like honorable mention is Beyond the Spider-Verse, but we'll see when that comes out.
Oh, so sad.
Tragic.
How like people don't pay their animators.
Yep.
Because like they're overworked, man. It's like they're so overworked.
Oh shit!
Man. What?
Sorry, I opened my beer, took a sip, and it started overflowing.
That's funny. My almost did it too.
Happy I noticed.
Yeah.
Yes, you start first. I gotta clean this mess.
One that I'm looking forward to, I think, was Inside Out 2. And that was kind of like a weird one. I kind of like that visualizing freaking psychology in a kids movie. I feel like I like that I like that a lot.
I thought it was a really
so I'm
good
excited
movie.
for that.
The first one.
Yeah. The first one's fun. And I don't know, I just like that compartmentalize emotions in your head, and it just can't wait for it. And it's like so that's one that I'm looking forward to. Another one, Deadpool 3, big one. I enjoy the Deadpool character franchise as a whole, man. It's always so fun to watch a chaotic person, do all that shit.
Yeah, Deadpool's a good series. So I think for me, the 2 movies that I'm looking forward to that are currently out that I want to see if we could watch are Night Swim and Poor Things. Have you seen anything about either?
Night Swim is the one where the girl swims and it's like she's trapped in the pool or something like that.
Yeah, it's like it's weird. I don't know too much about it, but I know it's a horror movie. I love horror movies. And then Poor Things, I have no clue what the fuck the movie is about.
I think I almost heard.
It looks interesting.
Poor Things.
Mark Ruffalo's in it.
Is that Emma Stone's too?
Yeah.
It is. Dude, Mark Ruffalo gets like co-star with some interesting people. Willem Dafoe is in this too. Rami Youssef too.
It looks like a really interesting movie. So I want to see those two.
See.
But aside from that, the first movie that I'm looking forward to is actually coming out next month.
Oh yeah?
And it's Argyle. Have you heard about that one?
No, what was Argyle?
So that one is supposedly there's like this woman who is a novelist. She writes about like she writes romance movies, I think, about like spies. And what she's ending up writing is actually something that ends up happening. So there's like a bunch of spies that are trying to kill her, and then there's like the other person who's like a main character with her is another spy who's like protecting her. So seems like a very interesting movie. There's a cat in it.
There's a cat?
Yeah.
Harry Cavill and Dua Lipa's in this.
Yeah.
And John Cena. What the hell? It's always so funny the cast sometimes.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. It looks fun. It looks fun. Another one that I'm looking forward to, I think, is what was it called? I should try and find National Treasure 3. I don't know if it's actually coming out this year, but I know it was announced, and it's like freaking Nicolas Cage, right? I expect there to be a sequel for that.
I didn't know there was gonna be another one.
Yeah, there's the Joker sequel too.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix, that was very popular.
Yeah.
And yeah. Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I like that you're putting out the artistic ones. I'm like, dude, freaking the blockbusters, brother.
Speaking of artistic ones,
Yeah.
the next one that I'm really excited for is coming out in March. I already talked about this one. Kung Fu Panda, most artistic and fire movie there is.
Oh yeah, dude, that guy like though, like the kids movies sometimes get into some really, I don't know, adult themes. If you think about it, because I think Kung Fu Panda 3 was like legitimately about custody battle, not necessarily custody battle, but like when you have your biological parent and your adopted parent, and you know that whole situation, and that's like a real situation that people go through, and they put it in a Kung Fu Panda 3 movie.
Yeah, it was great.
And I don't know what the 4 is about again, but I feel like when they get to the 4 movie, it goes a bit wonky. But so we have to see how that goes. Hopefully it's good. Jack Black is always a treasure.
Hopefully it lives up to the series, because like you said, once they start coming out with too much movies, it starts.
I think they would be fine at stopping at 3, but it's like one of those series that like it's great. I love the 3 movies, but could have stopped at 3. Then no one would be asking for more. But I guess
I had no clue. I didn't even like Kung Fu Panda 3 came out 2016, so it was a bit ago. I had no clue they were gonna make one like 8 years later. Yeah, so that's another one, and then the next one I have on my list is Challengers. Have you seen that one?
No,
that's the one where there's the scene of Zendaya with the 2 guys.
Yo, that's that. I thought that already came out. Or
no,
like,
I thought it came out too. I saw the cut for that a while ago, but it's coming out in April apparently. That I have that on my list just for that scene. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I see that scene and it's like it gives me the ick a little bit.
No, hell weird. Yeah, it is weird.
Yeah,
to have that.
It looks like it's gonna be a good movie. Yeah, the last one I had on my list was the Joker one that you mentioned. Joker Foil Adu. Fucking that looks
French
like
name.
Movie. Yeah, it's supposedly going to be a musical.
That's great. I love.
Lady Gaga is going to be Harley Quinn.
Hey yo, that's actually I was about to say like Lady Gaga is the Joker in real life.
Yeah, I can see her being the Harley Quinn.
Yeah, you know, talking about Lady Gaga reminds me of like. Do you remember that the movie for the biopic for Weird Al Yankovic came out in TV or something like that?
No.
It's the one that Daniel Radcliffe stars as Weird Al Yankovic.
Is it the one where he's a Nazi?
No. Do you know who Weird Al Yankovic is?
No.
No? He does like parody songs. Like a virgin is like a surgeon. Another one rides the bus. No, he does like the I said the horn. What's it called?
Eat It.
Yeah, he did that.
Party in the CIA.
Yeah, you look it up, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at some of these. I don't think I've heard any of these.
That's crazy because they're like viral videos on YouTube. But anyway, yeah, he was like he was the original parody musician.
I was gonna say this is like a lot. Like he has stuff from like the 90s and shit. 2000s.
No, yeah, he was in like SNL like back in the 80s, 90s. Like when he started. It's like he's that old and he's been doing a lot of different songs. And one of the weirdest things that I learned, in this freaking movie is that apparently him and Madonna got into an affair. Or
Wow.
like I that's what they said in the biopic, but it's like literally the scene comes, Madonna comes into his house and they start talking like, so when are you gonna make a song about my songs and shit like that? It's like, and then it quickly turns into them literally effing in his mansion. And it's like,
Bro.
Madonna.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh. Nah, it's some movies are crazy, but I actually kind of wanted to like talk about another movie that I didn't necessarily watch, but it made me realize something though.
Mm-hmm.
Stout. So, like, the movies that make me the most uncomfortable are not horror movies or thrillers. Well, maybe this is a thriller, but movies about like real life shit that like are real, like that just play out the worst fears in you, that like are not necessarily horror. Like
realistic stuff that like kind of fucks with your
I'm
brain
like,
type.
like that, like, oh my god, if I was in that situation, I would be just in shock. Do you heard about the movie that came out I think recently on Netflix, Society of Snow or something? Snow Society.
I think I've seen. I think my parents were talking about it, but I don't think I've seen it.
So it's like a Society of the Snow, and it's a movie about this real life plane crash that happened in the Andes, I think, of this like Latin people Uruguayan flight that crashed in the Andes in 1972, where it's full of snow. They crashed, killed people, died, and then they were all like in that plane, this claustrophobic plane, and my mom was watching it. That's how I ended up kind of watching some of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I only watched one scene and made me like, nah, I'm not watching this anymore.
Yeah.
They were literally holed up in the airplane and they start clapping for some reason. And they literally showed freaking snow caving in to that airplane, small airplane they were in. And it just crashed. And then the next thing you hear is just people like yelling from the buried snow. Like,
Jesus Christ.
And I'm like, oh my god, that's my nightmare. That's like makes me uneasy. It makes me
Yeah,
so
sounds
like, oh, I cannot watch it more. Because I'm like thinking about it. It's just like, oh, I can't imagine how that would be. Like,
Does not sound like a good time.
no. And then one of the other crazy parts of this movie, apparently, or of the story, was that to survive, these people had to eat the dead bodies of
Jesus Christ.
to survive.
Yikes!
It was like insane. They were flying to Chile, and it's like, and they had to have 3 people. I think they chose 3 people to go walk 10 days to find civilization to like get help. And I think
there's
I don't
a
know,
lot of like a lot of the. The story has been made a couple of times.
Apparently so, and like the most recent one, Netflix. Like I think the one that everyone's talking about, every Latin people, because it's like in Spanish.
That makes sense. That makes sense why my parents are talking about it.
Yeah, my mom likes to watch this stuff. Like she really likes to watch like uncomfortable stuff. Like this, like, and I don't know what this. I think hits me harder than horror movies. Like than like I don't know, jump scares.
I think it's just it's more realistic. Like that shit could really happen.
Dude, can you imagine like plane crash and just stuck? And then another movie that I think gives me that similar feeling is that
heebie-jeebies.
No, 127 hours or something like that. The movie about the dude, something like that.
Oh, is that the guy that cut his arm off?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
that's also a situation like I could not watch that movie. Because it's
so stressful.
It's so stressful because you have to survive. And it's just so like claustrophobic.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling like, oh my god, if I like, am I gonna get help or like? being buried in the snow has to be the craziest thing I've ever seen. I don't know. To me, it's insane. Nah,
Crazy.
man. What other movies that have stressed you out like that
Shit.
for
I
you?
don't know.
It's crazy.
I think I don't know. I can't really think of any right now.
I mean, do you think?
I think the
do you
creepiest
remember-
movies that I see usually are like not necessarily like horror movies. It's more so like a movie where like someone kidnaps someone, because that's like more
Oh, yeah.
realistic than like
Yeah.
a lot of like the horror movies. You know, for the most part, like the paranormal ones at least.
Paranormal. Yeah.
Can't really think of like an example per se.
I think the Final Destination movies are also similar in vibe for me. I think.
Mhm.
I mean, of course, that's also like that's probably more in weird territory where like would that can that really happen? But like, it's just that small percentage that could happen. Like that, like they get trapped in a suntan pod,
Yeah.
or they just
like
walking,
very low percentage type stuff.
Yeah, you're just walking in the freaking crossing the road and something flies out and just decapitates you.
Yeah.
And I don't know. But I think you're right. Stuff like that, plane crashes, freaking to Titanic, probably. Well, Titanic probably was less that than more of a romance story. But nah, dude. Yeah, the movies are incredible when they can do that.
Yeah, I really like watching movies. I've been watching a lot of movies now that we have the AMC Stubs thing that we got.
Yeah, just walk
It's been
there.
real fun. Yeah, it's walking distance from us. It's like a long walk. We used to be a lot closer, but movies, I've definitely been enjoying movies a lot more now that I have more time to, I guess.
Yeah, now you're in the some would say technically the honeymoon phase, but I feel like guess I've already been there, done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So
enjoying.
you just enjoy
each
life,
other.
right?
Yeah.
Being able to do stuff. That's great.
Yeah.
I think I need to start watching movies though.
Yeah, movies are great. You gotta hit that the glory days and hit that other spot up.
Oh, I for a second I'm like, yeah, I go back to the glory days, man.
You've been to there yet since we've been there?
No.
It's been a while.
Dude, that was perfect. I think
Those were the days.
those are the glory days.
Oh yeah.
The freaking $5 margaritas and probably hefty ones too, and just like what less than 2-minute drive, or even we could probably have walked there too.
Yeah, it's like walking distance type thing.
Yeah, but no, that was great. And then it's tough that you can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Or it's like we haven't found a good place for that, I think. Although I think maybe the place that I was living at in San Antonio might have, because the Regal was pretty close to where like a few bars were.
I think where we used to live in I don't know, here where we used to live here before we moved to the city. I think it had a pretty good mix because we had the Mexican place that we'd always go to, and then we'd walk to the movie theater. So I think that's the closest thing I found to the Glory Days. It was AMC too, right? Glory Days AMC special in
it was AMC,
Universityville.
Universityville, man. Dude, every time I go there, it's like memories, man.
Have you gone to that new place that opened up?
Yeah, I was so close to going today.
Really?
I didn't go. I
wanna go back. That's the one thing that I miss from the motherland. Here they don't have like unlimited hibachi and sushi places, and if they do have a sushi place, they don't have hibachi. I really miss the hibachi aspect of it.
Yeah, because it was a really good, nice transitioning between back and forth. Like when you like get too tired of sushi, you just switch over to the hibachi. When you get too tired of hibachi, go back. And then
it's like a palate cleanser. Palate cleanser.
Palate.
Holy
palate. You kept saying
I'm having a stroke over here.
You are, baby. You maybe are having a stroke.
I hope I'm not.
Nah, but yeah, dude. That's actually funny. I almost want to talk about some of the glory days.
Man, honestly, glory days was good and rough at the same time.
It's just so funny that we picked a clearly one of the most sports.
It's hella sports bar.
Sports bar. I almost want to say conservative bar, but like
it was a little it was a little interesting.
It was like very much a white people bar. I think more than Chili's and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was nice though.
Yeah, it was really fun.
I feel like I like to find those places like that.
I didn't like the chicken wings too much there.
No?
No.
Nah.
At least the bone-in ones.
You don't like eating chicken, man.
Dude, it just depends on the place. Like, Ale House has good chicken wings. Wings Express had good chicken wings. But some places, the chicken wings are like super fatty. Like, not in a good way. I don't know.
You don't like fatty chicken wings?
I like when they're crispy and like the meat is like tender. I don't like biting like a piece of like, or like I feel like, you know, like there's like the chicken wings that are really big and they have like broken pieces of bone in them, and I'm like, where did this bone come from?
Wait, in them? Oh
yeah.
Wait, boneless or bone in?
Bone in, like the really big bone in ones. Those are the ones that I don't really like. I like crispy, like good, like boneless one or bone in ones, and then boneless is just fire regardless.
Do you remember when we did the Hot Ones challenge?
Yeah, I want to do that this year again. We'll see.
I want to, but because that was legitimately the only time. The only time
you were geeking off of that, bro.
I was like getting high off of it. I feel like
you were like tripping.
The thing is, I don't know. I just felt like lightheaded, and like I just felt way more aware of my bodily functions. You know,
and your body was working overdrive to try and fight the spiciness.
The thing that was crazy, like, what was the last? Because we were doing 4 sauces, so like, and you know, props to you and Sarah for like making this, you know, because like, you guys were literally dressing the sauces, the chicken, and then baking them, right, or like frying them.
Yeah, I think we had gotten the Publix chicken wings, and then we had
dress it.
Yeah, we just tossed them in the sauces.
Do you like then give it to us, or do you cook the extra or not?
No, we just cooked it, or we just like tossed it. They were already kind of warm because it was the
it didn't feel like it was that wet to be tossed. But anyway, I just remember the first one was okay. It was the second one that freaking got me there, and the next 2 I didn't feel.
Yeah.
I feel like I
think that's kind of what happens when you're getting hot sauce. Dang, I don't even see. It was so long ago that I don't even have it on my Amazon. I was gonna see which ones we got.
For what?
I wanted to check which ones we had gotten because I bought the sauces on Amazon, but
you did.
It's too long ago with it. I guess they don't keep track.
Really?
Anymore.
It was. When was? It was a year that the Buccaneers won to the Super Bowl. Right? No. Was it 2020? I feel it was 2020. Isn't that crazy? 2020 is like almost...
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, 2020. Yeah.
2021.
What, 2021? Shit. Okay. And nah, dude. I kind of want to do that again.
Yeah? Well,
you know,
probably do it for the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl?
Yes, sir. Man.
Missing out, man.
You're.
I mean, that would be probably the most expensive watching the game.
Yeah.
It would be, right?
Well, I don't know. It might be more expensive to go to the actual Super Bowl, but...
Oh, yeah.
Be interesting.
My parents were, like, asking me, like would I have gone to... Because, like, they were playing the Raymond James, the Eagles.
Oh, really?
And
Yeah, it was a home game.
was a
Bucks
home
were
game.
4th seed.
Dude, the Eagles are just trash.
Eagles got smacked.
Yeah. Did
Yeah, I
you even
felt
watch
bad.
it or no?
No, I didn't watch it. I was chilling with Sour.
Yeah, you
But I
already
saw
got burned out.
highlights. Yeah, I don't think I missed too much. I was surprised that the Bucks beat him by that much, but I kind of expected the Bucks to beat him after the past like 5 games that the Eagles played.
I mean,
because I was watching the Eagles play a lot because I had the Jalen Hurts as my quarterback in fantasy, and they were struggling, so it didn't surprise me too much.
Yeah, they got a lot of injuries, man, and those sucks
Mm-hmm.
to have to deal with. Like when you're not, when you're going through that. It feels like the team that has the least amount of injuries are the ones that are making it.
Yeah,
because they have the top guys there, and then you have AJ Brown, freaking Julio Jones got injured during the game, and Jalen Hurts was dealing with like a freaking
broken finger,
his finger being broken, and then I think that it just the main injuries were in the defense for the Eagles because they were not stopping the Buccaneers at all, but it is what it is, man. So before we end things, I want to ask you, what are your predictions of this next week then? Ravens against the Texans, Chiefs versus the Bills.
Divisional, right? The divisional round?
Divisional. Green Bay Packers.
So I think
49ers and then Lions.
I think the Bills are going to beat the Chiefs. I think the 49ers are going to beat the Packers. I want the Lions to beat the Bucks, and I think that's a possibility. Yeah. Lions, I feel like Lions fans deserve it, bro. They've been in hell with their franchise.
That's
but
true.
I think it'd be interesting to see Lions in the Super Bowl. That's why I picked the Lions. But I want the Texans to win, but I think it's going to depend on the defense. I think whoever's defense shows up more will be the winner of that game.
I still can't believe like freaking Packers, Texans, and Buccaneers and Lions are in the divisional round.
Yeah, it's a unique one.
Yeah, because you would think it'd be Bengals. You would think it would be like the Cowboys.
Yeah, that was tough. Yeah, I feel like all of the wild card games were super blowouty, except for like the Lions and Rams game, like you said. But hopefully the divisional rounds aren't blowouts.
I mean, I'm hoping it'll be close games and just like, I think the Chiefs are gonna win though. I guess.
You think so?
I think so. Who
is it in Buffalo?
I don't remember. But either way, I think
the Chiefs play in snow sometimes too, right?
No, yeah, they were killing the Dolphins in the snow.
It's not gonna be so if they lose, it's not gonna be a weather fucking handicap. I think it's just gonna be one team outplays the other team. That'll be an interesting game to watch.
I'm gonna say
Mahomes versus Allen.
I don't understand why they freaking play in the snow. Like
it's crazy. I don't know why they don't have close or hybrid stadiums like the ones that open up and close. Well, obviously that might be a lot of work, but like
it probably a lot of work.
If it's so snowy there, why don't they just close the stadium?
I think the ones that I think the Lions they closed it.
Ford Field. Do they play in Ford Field? Where are the Lions?
I think the Lions are gonna host the Buccaneers. Probably because they're the higher seed.
Yeah, Ford Field is closed.
I think the only team that didn't win their home field advantage was the Cowboys. I think that's actually kind of funny. Actually, almost all the games were won by the home field except for the Cowboys.
Yeah, that was a tough game.
I just love freaking Dak Prescott, the QB for the Cowboys. His performance is always up and down. Well, he has 6 weeks of being top of the crop, erased by throwing 2 picks, 2 interceptions. That was
crazy.
Like it turned into a touchdown. And it's like, wow, what the hell, man? One other big thing I kind of wanted to point out because I like this guy, Jason Kelce.
Yeah, dude, I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I think he's about to retire. Or
I think it's it.
I think.
Yeah, I think that's it.
It's crazy, man. third time. Oh, he did win a Super Bowl, so I don't feel that bad.
Yeah, he at least had a chip under his belt. But
Yeah, I couldn't get the
sad
second
ending
one
to
then.
his. He had a Hall of Fame worthy career. Not gonna lie.
No, yeah, he's definitely in future Hall of Fame, and I guess he's like the only guy that makes me sad about the whole Eagles thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
he is. I've been watching a lot of his because I'm watching a lot of his podcasts with his brother, and I've been watching closer to some of his highlights, and it just it's such
the
a
best center in the game right now.
yeah, it's like the unsung hero of like a lot of plays that I'm seeing from the Eagles, or like the QB sneak, the a lot of the run plays. He's freaking so fast to block what would have stopped.
Won't be the same without him. And enough with the football talk. We'll see how this week ends up. But with that, it's the end of episode 23, the Stella Artois or Artois special, UK special. With that, we've hit 4 different countries, I think, right? No,
so far.
Yeah. We're world travelers in terms of beer.
Globe travelers, yeah.
Let us know what you guys think of Stella Artois if you've had it. Let us know where you guys want us to hit next. And thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Stout and Lager signing off.